Hello everybody, the Lawn Gnome is here, and a mind is a terrible thing to waste.
Yeah, Hollywood, you know I love you more than what I should. Yeah, Hollywood, well kiss me good. Yeah, Hollywood, you know I love you more than...
So today we're going to talk about a very interesting movie in the realm of science fiction. We're going to talk about Lucy, starring Scarlett Johansson and Morgan Freeman, directed by Luc Besson. Now, when I first saw a trailer for this movie, I was not interested in it. It just didn't seem like something that I would like. But then when I found out, and I have no idea how it took me this long, Luc Besson, who was directing this film, I had to see what this movie was all about. Luc Besson, if you don't know, is the director of one of the greatest science fiction cult classics in the history of film, and it is The Fifth Element. Even though The Back to the Future is my favorite movie of all time, I seem to keep referencing this movie, and I said this one time, and I'll say it again. I think I need to review this movie and just give you guys my actual thoughts on The Fifth Element itself. But this is the story of a girl that is wrapped into this whole crazy drug smuggling operation, and it turns out that the bag of drugs that is inserted into her body ends up leaking, and she ends up getting exposed to this brand new drug, and it allows her to unlock her brain to the utmost potential. What I love so much about Luc Besson and the way that he directs science fiction films is he makes the unbelievable believable in the real world. While The Fifth Element takes place so far into the future, it's a very believable future on Earth. Lucy is a concept that is very far-fetched right now, but could something like this be created to allow humans to really step beyond our own brain capacities and evolve into something more superior? Yeah, it's possible. We don't know yet, but it's possible, and I feel that this was a very good way of depicting how it could be. It's a very original, very interesting style of science fiction that I really think that you're going to love, especially if you're a science fiction fan. Scarlett Johansson gives me one of the best performances that I have ever seen, and I have seen a lot of her films. What I love so much about her is you really need to have a lot of talent to make yourself practically inhuman. I don't really want to dive further into what exactly that means. You have to see this movie for yourself. While Morgan Freeman is the second main name in this film, he really doesn't have a big role, but his screen time is good. He has his typical Morgan Freeman charm, and you do enjoy what he does as this character in the film, but it's got some great special effects, it's got some great music, it's got a very interesting plot. There are points in time where you can get lost, but eventually it all comes together and it all makes sense in the end. What I will say is, this is not the typical easy-to-follow film, and if you're not really a big fan of science fiction, you may not enjoy this. If you're a Scarlett Johansson fan, if you just don't get the kind of movie that this is trying to be, you probably won't even care about that either. But as far as I'm concerned, it's not the best movie I've seen, but it is very entertaining. You're just wrapped up in all of it, and you really enjoy what you're watching. It's got a little bit of everything that just makes it great. So I'm going to give Lucy 3 out of 4. And I'm actually very happy that it did better than I thought it would. So thank you very much, guys, for another great movie review. I am the Lawn Gnome. Check back soon for another movie review. Actions speak louder than words.